but the mind's online. Circuits breathe where the forests shine. Tennis streams through the rivers wide. Nature coded the future alive.
Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty basket. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And how about Global Nate?
So, what's next? Are we looking forward to the future?
Let's go.
10 years of MLBB, 70 nations, 5,000 tournaments, 600 million hours of belief. As we step forward, our ecosystem moves with purpose, built across regions, nations, and cultures.
Malaysia steps into a new era.
MPL Malaysia enters a new era. 8 teams built on trust and true partnership. MSC MWI returns to Saudi Arabia, bringing the world together a $3.5 million prize pool. Massive arenas, global stage. The ENC begins, connecting international regions into a stronger, competitive ecosystem. MLBB steps onto the world sporting stage at the 2026 Asian Games in Nagoya. The year unfolds by the master plan. A global calendar takes shape. We kick in with M7 in January. MPL runs March to June, then August to December. MSC and MWI ignites in July. Asian Games concludes in October. The year continues with ENC in November. MCT tournaments land December before M8 opens 2027.
Wow! We're my part of the journey now.
5 regions, 1 connected timeline. From Southeast Asia, where champions gather. Across EECA, where dark horses rise to challenge kings. From EMEA, new forces, new contenders. East Asia, waves of new faces. Across AMER, North and South America united, returning with even greater expansion. In 2026, the MLBB Championship Tour will kick off with these 3 regions: Americas, East Asia, and Southeast Asia. MLBB has risen beyond borders, across regions, nations, and cultures. Now, on the world stage, not following the global game, but leading it, MLBB stands global, driving mobile esports to its next peak.
Wild card will be held in Thailand in 2027, and the M8 Grandfinals will take place in Istanbul. Now, let us turn our eyes onto the stage and enjoy this global sports celebration together. Thank you.
Rora MLBB, but now the hopes of the Philippines.
Our last M Series one was so disappointing. We felt the pain of an early exit.
There was only one thing on my mind when we left. Redemption.
Apa yang dulu hanya mimpi, kini bukan lagi sekedar mimpi.
Kami datang ke sini menyerahkan segalanya pada takdir dan keberuntungan. Tanpa adanya ekspektasi, hanya membawa satu hal, harapan dan mimpi Indonesia.
Reaching M7 was only the beginning.
This M7 is unforgiving. More ruthless, more intense than ever. From the Swiss stage through the knockouts, they earned their place here.
Napalaking bagay pag nakuha namin yung championship ng M7, matutuloy-tuloy yung winning streak ng Pilipinas. fights. Soalnya kan kita Indonesia selalu dianggap kayak kita di bawah Filipina kan. Mungkin kita akan mengubah statement itu sih.
Kita juga udah jadi tuan rumah di Indonesia dan aku pengen bawa Trigo dan bawa Indonesia ada di Piala Dunia lagi.
Since day one, every team came here with a shared dream. Many dreams were shattered, but not their will.
I think the player that failed the most in MLBB is me.
Whenever I lose, I strive to do better. It's what keeps me going.
We wanted to bring Malaysia's name really on top for.
ခုနိုင်ငံလည်းချုံမိတဲ့ feeling ရတော့တိတ်ငါလည်းမတိတ်လဲလို့မရဘူး feeling ရရင်
The fire in our players to win an M series won't fade.
The final two carry battle forward onto the grand stage.
To rise as one and let the world see us. This time, we don't fall short. This time, we finish it.
Ini segalanya yang kami miliki. Inilah alasan kami bertarung.
Setiap rintangan menguji kami, namun tak satu pun menghentikan kami. Semuanya justru membuat kami lebih kuat.
Let's make the grand final interesting.
Yang pantas akan menjadi pemenang.
Let's put up a fight.
Tonight, we fight for the title.
They're okay with a 1,000 gold deficit. The whole point of this strategy here is to buy time till around 9-10 minutes. Wait till a couple lords where they can beat you out in macro and in big grouped up team fights.
What you're saying is slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Exactly.
So getting there is an inevitability. It's up to Alter Ego to force Aurora to stumble. And that's why Aurora's backing off.
Nami's on the glorious pathway again. Yue able to go for Crimson Vegan flicker up from Hejim. It gets picked up and thrown back to the fray. Like goes in with Edward. But all I can say, I'm going to sustain Harpy into the backside with a blazing duet. This big bonk on him. Now the fracture coming in from Yasuki to take Domin Kaitana's Dino. Continues to jump back and forth. Inferno pursuit, but now it's Yue to lock him down. He goes for one last one, but Edward cuts him down.
Ay caramba, El Padre folds. And Yasuke instead goes for the purple. Demon Kite reciprocates.
Trade for trade, purple for purple, but for the first time, Aurora Gaming gets a huge win on that team fight. They turn it into a tower as well.
AE seems to have met their match. An unspeakable amount of aggression, unparalleled target acquisition, met with an Ube lineup that breaks through your box. This is the unboxing strat that Wolf often talks about. Aurora Gaming, the way their lineup works is it's just ungodly amounts of crowd control that the backline just can't even come in. Hijume just popped like that.
Big Sky Piercer pickup there, and every time Light sees the feathered airstrike, he just starts running at him.
That's a straight line.
Straight line.
All right, so from here, taking a look at these gold laners once again, still at about a standstill. 2 items for 2 items. I think the question is, you know, normally the Claude has been so much better in terms of things, but Domeng on the Harith, he's his own breed at this point.
Yep. And that's the thing. When it comes to Arfi, he's good on the marksman, but he's not great. He's great on the Freyas, on the fighters as well. And you can clearly see Arfi, he got canceled on that fight. He went in way too early, and now Rora's holding the turn, the Lord.
Dance has begun. Alter Ego making their move to conceal from Alec.
You know, walking up at Edward, doing the same thing now with the help of Glorious Pathways. The Tsunami Slam is able to lock Edward down, but now look at the damage on Hejim. It's Edward in the back with Light.
And now Yasuke goes down as well. Alec all on his own.
You know, jumping to the back line now, trying to go for Inferno Pursuit, but again, it's going to be Domeng, Kai, and Yue going for the damage. Domeng doing enough to take Nino down with the help of Yue.
Alter Ego struggle in these situations where they're not the aggressors. They're not the predators. They're not in control. Aurora Gaming on the flick of a dime go for the heart of their lineup, and that's what led to this massive win.
Alter Ego already down to inhibitors on the mid side. Aurora Gaming just punching a straight line with the Lord coming soon.
It's been a while since we've seen a carry Lapu-Lapu. But that is what Edward is right now.
Thanks.
Mr. Consistent, consistently finding Hijume, compromising Arfi. The one combo you have, Tsunami Slam into either of these carries should do it. That's what's making Yasuke's job so hard is, how do I clean up? What do I clean up?
I think the big thing for Alter Ego in past games is they're able to last it up. Wait a second.
There we go. That's a big charge from the Lord at the mid lane. They crack it open with no response from Alter Ego. Arfi taking a big portion of that damage. Dark Wave landing on 3, but there's no damage currently. And Aurora have had enough. They crack open the base turret, and now it's back to the systematic Aurora.
They smelled something was fishy there. No vision on Yasuke. Where's he's hiding out? They decide, all right, we got what we came for. That's a huge win already this early. Let's back off.
This is a moment wherein our good friend Joseph would say they got their head on a swivel. They don't need to see Yasuke, but the fact that they don't see him
means they see him.
Should be a signal, yeah, that
they know where he at.
Around.
They're not at the base.
They sniffed him, and now Yasuke commits Grand Theft Purple, guilty of one charge. Hijume forced to use the Feathered Airstrike just to clear mid. As
Light.
Aurora just flush out the jungle. All right, spots him, drops that glorious pathway. Hijume just wings by wings out.
At this point, it's a mind game from Light, dude.
And at this point, they're farming each other's purples. I think that's like the third one to just go to opposite sides.
Cross-jungling.
Cross-jungling, exactly.
Light here gets that stun on Alec. Even Alec isn't having the greatest time. A majority of the targets that he can hit will either purify or would love to be in the center of Alter Ego's lineup.
All right, so taking a look at these items one more time. Yasuke's been farming his mind off, essentially. He's still ahead of Demon Kite, even with the gold deficit. His goal has been get your items up.
But him being ahead by 100 isn't where he wants to be. Again, tank items, ladies and gentlemen, are significantly cheaper than damage items. So he wants to be like 1,000, 1,500 up. Because look, Demon Kite's Fredrin already has Athena Shield, Anti-Cuirass, Brute Force Breastplate. This is all he needs.
I would even go further, Leo. I feel like a 1,000 gold lead won't even cut it against a Fredrin on a Nolan. You need to be ahead by at least 2,000.
A full item.
A full item. And that's usually how it is when we see the Eastern Shin against a Fredrin, Nolan against a Fredrin, the splash clearers.
And that's what Aurora Gaming is doing so well here in game number 1. Not only are they winning head-on initiations, but they're able to find resources to take away from Yasuke. Light counter the initiate.
Yep. Now it's going to be the disengage from Nino. He goes for the Dark Wave, landing it onto, but now Edward forcing to fight. That's good. Tsunami Slam to cancel out the last portion of the Raging Slash. Big bomb from Demon Kite, and Edward cuts him down again. He's on a killing spree.
Yasuke still in the jungle, gonna try to lock on.
And in, he got taunted by the demon, and Domeng takes him down.
Yue and Domenkite are good targets, but not when there's two chunky boys next to them. Make it 3, a half man, half horse.
And that's the way that Aurora Gaming is approaching every single one of these fights. Everyone just huddles around Demon Kite and Light. Because if anyone tries to catch Domeng, and if anyone tries to catch Yue, the taunt comes in. The little bonk from Hylos comes in.
We've come full circle, ladies and gentlemen. The last time Edward was on this stage, in this arena, not a single game he won. And he's just moments away from correcting that historically.
4-1-6. Man is performed. Oh, wait a second. This is a classic Alter Ego move. Whenever the enemy gets a Lord, they go to look for the pickup, but can they take Edward down? Tsunami Slam coming down with the burst damage of Hijume, and Edward will have the immortality, actually. I think that's enough to get him out, and Edward does survive, and now he goes back in with a helmet Demon Kite. Meanwhile, Light on the back line with Yue, jumping in as Domeng goes for the base, but his on force already. Yasuke getting rid of Yue, but Domeng has to be all over the ways. Yue comes in from RP!
Nino also trying to block it off as Yasuke works on the Lord.
Nino's all alone, now against 4. He's jumping ready for the pursuit. He's so tanky, but again, he's constantly jumping in. His RP does a lot of damage. Dark Wave coming in from Nino, but Domeng takes him down.
The minions are cleared, but one more wave against the base.
They're going to go straight for it. No nonsense. Aurora take game 1.
Surgical and clean. Aurora knows which fights to take, and Alter Ego have met their match. Game 1 goes to the Northern Lights.